Okay. So Gopi, Loyal, Neil, good morning. So basically, last time we discussed here, topic name is last time we discussed about the topic is how to configure a Cisco box. Yes or no? So basically, last time we configure the Cisco box, limited configuration. Um, Last time we discussed how to set a device name, how to set a date and time. Then we configure a banner. Then we configure a password for a privilege. Then we discuss next a console port authentication. Then we discuss how to encrypt all password. Okay. So this topic we discussed last time. Now today we need to discuss advanced part. Advanced part means now today we need to discuss about how to assign IP addresses for remote service. So first we discuss how to assign IP address. So how many types devices we are getting? Basically, first device is a layer 2 switch. So if we are having a layer 2 switch, how to assign IP? It's a very simple. Right now, some theory write down about layer 2 switch. By default, layer 2 switch don't have any physical port to support IP address. And next thing, one more thing. By default, layer 2 switch, all ports work as a layer 2 port. Clear? Layer 2 switch have SVI interface. This interface support IP address. Okay? Only SVI interface. So what is the meaning of SVI? First, we need to discuss SVI means switch virtual interface. SVI again, it's called a logical interface. One more thing for SVI. By default, for VLAN 1 SVI already available. One more thing, SVI support IP address. SVI network engineer can create from 1 to 4094 SVI. How many? From 1 to 4094 SVI interface we can create. Now, So how to assign IP? So very simple. Side by side we write down. Use Cisco packet tracer. Open Cisco packet tracer first. Cisco packet tracer. Open this one. Just wait 1 second. Okay, now use packet tracer, and we just need to connect layer 2 switch. This one is my layer 2 switch. And now this layer 2 switch connect with my laptop or PC, any device. So use this connection and choose which one cable, straight or cross, anyone. Click on automatic and automatically connect this one. So right now FA0 by 1 connected with FA0 by 0. Sometimes if you are not getting a port numbers, so click on option, go to preference and click on always show port label in logical workspace. Now, so basically go to switch, go to CLI, and now enable show IP interface brief. This command we need to run for verification about how many interface physical or logical available. So right now verify 24 ports a fast Ethernet and 2 ports a gig, and 1 port is VLAN 1. And by default VLAN 1 interface is admin down. So if you are getting a VLAN 1 admin down, that means logical SVI interface is available, but unassigned, any IP address assigned? No. And admin down. If you want to assign, so we can configure. How to assign? Go to configure mode and say interface. If you're trying to assign IP address on physical port, for example, FA0 by 1. So try to first physical first, FA, then tab 0 by 1 and say IP address. This command is running, verify. After IP address command is available? No. So that means physical port is not support. Exit. And now we configure interface VLAN 1. Why we configure IP address on VLAN 1? Because by default, switch all ports a member of group 1. Clear? Now, interface VLAN 1 and then assign IP address. And IP address 192.168.1.1 and then subnet mask and then enter. Right now, end. Show IP interface brief. And now verify VLAN 1 IP address assigned but admin down. So how to say no shutdown? Go to interface VLAN 1 and say no shutdown. Okay, first thing always clear. If your admin status is up, because we done no shutdown, but your line protocol, this status called line protocol. If your line protocol showing down, that means no membership available in VLAN 1 or no member physically connected with a VLAN 1. Then enter. And show IP interface brief. Now verify VLAN 1 assign IP 192.168.1.1 and admin status is up and line protocol is up. So now go to PC and assign same IP address, desktop IP, and IP is 192.168.1.2 and then subnet mask 255.255.0. And now go to CMD and try to ping 192.168.1.1 and then enter. Wait, verify communication is done or not done. Verify. So communication is done. That means layer 2 switch successfully communicate with my end device. So how to assign IP address on layer 2 switch? Clear? Now clear this one first and write down the method of assigning IP address on VLAN 1. Go to config mode and command is very simple. Go to interface VLAN 1 because VLAN 1 is already available. Say no shutdown and then assign IP address and IP address 192.168.1.1 we assign and subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Now layer 2 switch easily we can assign, but if you're having a layer 3 switch, then how to assign? So first clear layer 3 switch. Layer 3 switch assign, how to assign IP? Again, very simple. By default, one thing must be clear. By default, layer 3 switch, all ports, or you can say physical ports, all ports work as a layer 2 port. And one more thing, layer 3 switch ports possible to support IP addresses, but how to support? One more thing, write down layer 3 switch ports convert layer 2 port into layer 3 ports. Okay, so we are having an option to convert layer 2 port into layer 3, only multi-layer switch. And one more thing, layer 3 switch have SVI interface, so you can get two options. Clear? So one by one we write down. This side we discuss how to convert layer 2 port into layer 3 port. Clear? And this side we discuss how to assign SVI interface IP address. Clear? So one by one, first we need to access multi-layer switch. Go to packet tracer and now multi-layer switch and connect with your PC or laptop, any device. We are connecting LAN cable, not a console cable. Console cable only provides CLI access, but LAN cable possible to communicate. Okay, go to multi-layer switch CLI and now say no, enable and now verify show IP interface brief. 24 fast Ethernet port and 2 is my gig port and SVI also available. Now PC, this PC connected with FA0x1. Go to interface FA0x1 and say IP, then address. This address command is available? No, because if this port is layer 2, so addresses never support. So how to support? So it's a very simple command. Go to interface FA0x1 and say no switch port. If you run no switch port, that means this port convert into layer 3 and then now run IP and then address command is visible, but. If you run switch port command, that means layer 2 and again verify IP, then address command is available? No. So if someone asking how to convert layer 2 port into layer 3, so go to first config mode and go to interface and then interface number and then command is no switch port for layer 3 and then assign IP, and then address. Clear? Then you can assign IP. This one is layer 3 port command. So now we need to assign. Go to multi-layer switch, and I am saying exit first and interface FA0 by 1. Say no switch port and IP address 192.168.1.1 subnet mask and show IP interface brief. Now verify 0 by 1 assigned successfully. Admin status is up because we already run no shutdown. Switch all interfaces by default up. And line protocol is also up. Why we are getting a line protocol is up? Because connected devices available physical. Now go to PC and assign IP. Same calculated. 192.168.1.2 subnet mask is already done. Now go to CMD and try to ping your multi-layer switch interface. It successfully reply. Done.
Yes.
Now, how to remove IP address? So go to interface FA0 by 1 and I am saying no IP address. That means not assigned. And say switch port. That means convert into again layer 2 port. And now verify FA0 by 1 any IP address assigned? No. Now, how to assign multi-layer switch? SVI interface IP interface VLAN 1 and say no shutdown and IP address 1.1 and then subnet mask and show IP interface proof. Now verify FA0 by 1 is not assigned, but VLAN 1 is assigned. Clear? And go to PC and try to ping now. Communication is again successful. Wait, we are getting a reply. Wait, we can get reply. Wait, we are getting a reply. Please switch. Show IP interface brief. Yeah, it's up. It will take a time to get reply. Multi-layer switch ping 1.2. Yeah, now it's getting a reply. Yes or no? So how to assign multi-layer switch IP address clear? SVI, I think last time we already done. Go to config mode. Write down the config mode. And command is interface VLAN 1 and say no shutdown. And then IP address. And then exit. So layer 2 or layer 3 is clear. Now next device is router. So first clear, very important point. By default, router, all ports, admin, down. Clear? Next thing, network engineer, manually up all ports 1 by 1 as per requirement. Clear? Next thing, router every physical ports support IP addresses. So no need to convert. It's already support. Clear? Now, how to support or how to assign we discuss. How to assign IP router ports. So very simple. Go to config mode first. Now go to router. This one is router. Connect your laptop, for example, and now connect your cable from router to laptop. Okay, this connection is done. Now click on router, CLI, and wait. Say no. Enable and show IP interface brief. So router having a 3 interface. Router don't have this logical interface. This one is simulator bug. Okay. Router having only 3 interfaces, and by default all 3 interfaces is showing admin down. So how to assign IP? So right now verify your laptop connected with a 0 by 0. So go to interface gig 0 by 0 and say no shutdown. That means up, and assign IP address 1.1. Then subnet mask and verify show IP interface brief. IP is assigned. Now go to laptop, and laptop also assign IP. So right now for testing purpose only same network 1.2, and then go to ping. I want to ping 1.1, a router interface physical. Communication is done. Clear? How to assign IP is clear on router. Now write down the command. Go to interface, then interface sometime fast or sometime gig, then number, then say no shutdown. That means up, and then assign IP address in the next. Clear? So layer 2 switch, layer 3 switch, and router. How to assign IP topic clear? Now next topic. Next topic is remote services. Remote services. Remote services means network engineer trying to get a CLI access Cisco box. Clear? Network engineer use a Telnet SSH remote service to get CLI access. One more thing. Telnet first we need to discuss. It is use a TCP protocol. Which one protocol? TCP protocol. Give me 1 second. Now, Telnet basically it is use a TCP protocol. One more thing. Telnet a remote service use a port number. Which one? 23. One more thing. Telnet a remote service by default disable. One more thing. Telnet remote service data forward receive into plain text. One more thing. Telnet Telnet remote service maximum 15 connection allow on single box. Clear? So first we need to discuss how to enable Telnet and how to configure. So right now, how to enable Telnet. If you're having a router, if you're having a switch, if you're having a multi-layer switch, go to config mode and command is very simple. Line means virtual terminal, line for terminal, VTY. VTY means virtual terminal connection. And then define how many users allow. So if I'm write down 0, that means 1. If I'm write down 2, that means 3. 0, 1, 2. So 3, 3, that means now if I'm saying 0 to 5, that means 0 to 5 means total 6 users. So maximum is support 0 to 15, that means 16, but maximum is 15 only. So I'm assigned 0 to 4, and then we need to define password. If we are using a password feature, that means plain text, and which time asking? Only login time. So this command for enabling. Right now, we need to enable. So we are using a basic design, this one, layer 2 switch, already assign IP. Now go to layer 2 switch and verify. Enable show IP interface brief. So IP is already assigned. Now show running conf and verify VTY is available, but no one is set password. And this user, if trying to access, for example, this user say I want to communicate. So communication is possible, but I want to do telnet. So telnet 1.1 and then enter. So we are getting a message connection for this IP. It's closed by a foreign host. That means telnet services right now disabled. How to enable? Go to switch or a router config mode and say line VTY and how many users? So I will say 0 to 2. That means total is 3. And then we are using password. Password is my plain text Cisco 1. And then which time asking password? Login time. And then one more command we need to add, transport input. And which type of connection allow in this login time? Only telnet. Clear? Telnet only. Right. And now verify again, show run. So line VTY is 0 to 2, password is Cisco 1, login and transport input only telnet. But after login we define, we need to define before login. So go to line VTY 0 to 2, transport input only telnet. And now verify show run. This one is again showing this type, so no issue. Now go to PC. And now last time we are getting connection closed by foreign host, and now again try. So we are getting a which one prompt? Directly password prompt. This password is only for a telnet password we need to define. Telnet password is which password we define? Cisco 1. And now verify your switch remotely in CLI successfully accessed. Now exit. Go to switch, and I just want to change password. How to change? Line VTY 0 to 2, and I will say no password. First remove this one, and I will say password is CCNA, and then end. Show run. Set, but plain text na, no worry. Go to PC and again telnet access. Now password is CCNA. Successfully access. If you're trying to jump privilege mode, so we are getting error, no password set. In remote service, enable password must be set, then you can jump privilege mode. So I'm going to config enable secret Cisco, and now go to PC and say exit and again try to access CCNA. If you want to jump privilege, so enable password is Cisco. Done. So exit. So how to enable, how to disable is clear. Now Telnet is successfully enabled, but if someone asking how to disable this thing, so very simple. Go to first line VTY022 and remove the password. No password and say transport input none. If you say none and now verify show run, we are getting any password? No. And now access. We are getting connection closed by foreign host. After removing password, must be write down the command transport input none. None means no one session allowed. Clear? Remotely. So how to enable Telnet is clear, but in real time, we are getting a multiple users. L1, L2, L3, monitor team, support team, troubleshoot team, deployment team, network admin. Clear? Multiple. Right now, we are getting a common password. This password is common for all users. But right now, we need to attach multiple user accounts with my remote service. How to attach? So right now, we need to discuss one more topic, how to create local database accounts. Local database means device storing account information is separately. So basically we can create multiple account. Go to config mode and write down the command user name, and you need to define username. Then after username, you can set a specific password, but this password keyword means plain text. If you write down again username, but right now we are using a secret. Secret function means this password is encrypted. Now first create accounts. Go to switch. I only locally configure this. Right now in production network, we are getting a TCAS or Radius or any other module to create account database. Right now, username is, I'm saying Neil, and password is Cisco. Username is a Gopi. Password is Cisco 1. Username is Loyal. Clear? And secret, which one? Cisco 2. So right now verify, show run. How many accounts we are getting? Gopi, Loyal, Neil. Clear? And everyone having a different password. Clear? Now one more thing. After create this accounts, we can map with my remote service. We can map with my console authentication. Last time we enable Telnet line VTY022, and I'm saying password is Cisco, but this password is common, so no need to define password. We are saying transport input Telnet connection and login time. Check my locally database account. Now show run. Verify. We enable remote service, but we authenticate from local database. Now go to this PC and try to access again. Right now we are getting a which one prompt? Username. Username is, for example, Gopi. So Gopi password is Cisco 1. So successfully access, exit. After some times, Neil is coming. Neil say, I want to log in. Neil and password is Cisco. Neil and password is Cisco. Okay. Neil password is Cisco 1. Neil and password we need to check. I think password is different. Neil password. Okay, Cisco. Yeah, now it's login successfully. If another user want to log in, loyal password is Cisco 2. So again successfully logged. So we can attach local database if you want to verify which time which user login and what type of which type of configuration are done a user or network engineer. So we can check, but local database must be attached. How to attach? Command is clear. Command is clear, everyone. Log in with my local database, and we allow only Telnet service connections. Now, next thing, how to remove? Same this one. Go to line VTY022, and I am saying transport input none, and no login with local and only login. And now go to this user. Now we are connection closed by foreign host. So how to enable remote service? Telnet is clear. Now next service. Next service name is SSH. It's a very important because it's a secure service. How first clear theory point, SSH. It is used a TCP protocol. One more thing. SSH service use a port number. Telnet use 23, SSH use a 22. One more thing. SSH provide secure connection. SSH service use a key method. One more thing. SSH service support encryption for data. SSH versions available. How many version? Version 1, version 2. Clear? Now one more thing. How to enable? How to enable SSH? So some requirement you need to fulfill. First, device name must be set. Clear? Second thing, device domain name must be set. These two things if done, then we can enable. Clear? And now command is very simple. Go to config mode, and command to enable SSH is crypto key generate. This command enable SSH crypto key generate, and then crypto key generate. Then we need to define algorithm name is RSA, and then after RSA we need to define a key size. This key size very important to check. Okay, how to check? Verify one by one. Right now this device name is default, domain name is not set. If you run directly crypto key generate RSA and then enter, please define a host name. So host name is, I will write down L2 switch, for example, L2 switch. And now again run crypto key generate RSA, and then again error domain name. So IP domain name, and domain name is, for example, JNtech, and then enter. So host name is done, domain name is done. Now we need to create key, crypto key generate RSA, then enter. Must be define the key, how many bits we are using to exchange in between client and server. Okay, if you define the key size is maximum, then connection will be slow. Clear? And communication also slow. So right now stable key you need to define, and specifically amount of bit also. So right now we define 500 and then enter. Now read the error. We are getting some error because right now nowadays we are not using a version 1, we are using version 2. Generating your 500 bits RSA key, and this one is non-exportable. That means you can never export in your pen drive, you can never export in your notepad file. RSA key size need to be at least 768 bits if you want to enable SSH version 2. So more than 767 key size must be defined. Right now, if you less than about 768, that means version 1 enable. And if you enable version 1, so device will show 1.5. If you enable version 2, so device will show version 1.9. Now, SSH is successfully enabled. Now, next thing. After SSH enable, same option is we need to run line VTY 022, and we are saying transport input. Which connection now we need to allow? SSH. And then password is Cisco and login. Done. Now go to this PC. Last time we are using a telnet command, but how to do SSH? Write down a small letter SSH minus L. Minus L means login information. I'm just trying to log in my device. So your device name or domain name, both are also helping to get a connectivity. So I will write down my device domain name is JNtech. So with the help of domain name, we can do SSH, and device IP is 1.1, for example. Yes, and device password is Cisco. Successfully accessed with the help of domain name. But one more combination also available, SSH minus L, and my device name is L2 switch, and then dot. After dot, you need to define JNtech, your domain name, and device IP 1.1. So we are getting two combination. First, only domain name. Second combination is host plus domain name. So host name is this one. After host name, we need to put dot and then define domain name. Clear? Now, Cisco is my password. Successfully accept my connection. But right now, this one is security bugs. Because if someone trying to access your device with the help of domain name, and we are getting a number of devices is multiple, then what will be happen? We need to define every device host name one by one, and it's a very complicated case. Clear? So right now, and we are also using a password is common. So we are using a local database. A local database, how to map? Show run. Last time we used which one option? Password. Now remove this one. Line password. Sorry, line VTY022, no password. And I'm saying transport input none first. And I'm just remove and now verify this user possible to access again. No. So right now, how to enable local database? Line VTY022 transport input SSH and login time verify local database. Because in my local database, we create 3 accounts. Clear now? Locally. This accounts never work on other devices. This one is only this device. Now do SSH minus L and user account name is Neil and IP address is 1.1. So Neil account password is Cisco. So you can easily access. Clear? So you need to define only username, then IP, and then that username password we need to define. Now, if someone say, I want to create a more than 500 key, because this key is not secure because we are using show IP SSH. We are using a version 1. So I just need to remove this key. How to remove this key? Crypto key. Last time we used generate now we are using zeros to remove this key. 0 is RSA. Yes, I just want to remove. And now I will say crypto key generate RSA and then key size is 1000. Now wait. Right now, last time 1.5, that means version 1. Now we are getting a 1.9. That means version 2. And show IP SSH. Done. And now you can access again one more time. Password is Cisco. Successfully accessed. Clear? Neil loyal copy. This thing is clear. Now, so how to enable, how to configure remote service, IP address is done. Now, in next lecture, we discuss a switching part. Now we start switching. The basic fundamental is clear. Now we actually discuss a switching first. Then we start routing. Go through this video and we meet again tomorrow and discuss next topic. Bye bye. Take care.